Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Tyler here with
Secure Team.
It's good to
See you.
I know many of you have been wondering where I've been.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
The emergency destruct system is now active.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
This is Sparta!
Fatality.
I remember a time when somebody sent me a message on YouTube. I was going to say Facebook, but it was YouTube and complaining. Damn, your intro is too long. I mean, 30 seconds is too much. I just went through almost 2 fucking minutes of intro right there. I mean, I'm telling you, if that person's even listening still, they probably just keel over or change the channel or deleted the episode. I don't know what it is. This is Manny Moonraker. I am your host of UFO Buster Radio, part of the UFO Buster Radio Network, and also the host of the Dark Horde, because why not? Some of this shit is pretty dark, so let's let it bleed over into another podcast. And it's strange how many people who listen to the UFO Buster Radio news really hadn't heard about the Dark Horde podcast, which was pretty cool, because this past weekend we talked about Bigfoot. Recent Bigfoot stories, a story from not too long ago, I think it was last year actually, and then one from way back when that had a bit of a twist to it. But these are things that are happening, things that make you go, as Arsenio will say back in the day, make you think big time. What in God's green earth is going on? Kind of like COVID-19. What the fuck? The pandemic is just, it's terrible. It is horrendous. It is evil. It is, golly, what shit. It's changed the lives of so many people. And then, and for other people, those that have lost loved ones, it has really devastated them in ways you cannot imagine. So crazy how we went from everyday life to some fucking bug is killing us. This is why we human beings are just way too fragile. Too fragile to deal with stuff like this. Can you imagine going on to another planet, going to Mars? You know, having Corey Good back you up as you land on Mars, right? And he takes you to all the places he used to go to kill the reptilians. But then you accidentally kind of like open your mask or your suit tears and then you're fucked. You're caught by the Martian coronavirus and you're screwed. This is the fragile life of the human being. And you wouldn't think we were so fragile because we're so freaking warlike. We fight over all kind of shit constantly. What fuck my life, man. A little bug would take care of us for good. I want to say hello to the folks in the live chat right now. Green Man, Guter, Blue Chicken. I haven't seen Blue Chicken on a live episode in a while. Yeah. Am I even looking at the right thing? What's going on here? Is that really BC? All hail the Blue Chicken. He has arrived. Yeah, like I was saying, man, it's just absolutely bananas. You know, the way this freaking coronavirus COVID-19 nonsense has gone down. It's just crazy. I just I tried to take a picture. I think it was yesterday of bugging myself. We were sitting on the couch, right? They're bosom buddies, right? Farting host, and I was like, "Hey, Bugs, you want to pose for a picture?" He moved to the other side of the freaking couch. He's like, "No, social distancing. I can't." I posted a picture anyway, but he turned his face. He didn't even want to look at the camera. That's pretty sad. That's what COVID has done to us. It's maddening. I got 3 articles for today, and 2 of them, when I tell you, I got on here, and I was like, I got to find me some good UFO stories to share with the peoples in UFO Buster Radio Land. And let me tell you that the first 2 stories that I'm going to cover, I had to use a Google translator in order to translate the what was going down, what they were talking about. Because, you put in, this is what I do. I go into news, I look for UFOs, I look for SpaceX, Elon Musk. I look for all the big hitters, right? Alien abductions, like, why not? I mean, it happens, right? So, I go on there and I see all these articles in a different language. Like, language I can't, like, I know some of this might be from the Slavic area of Europe or something like that, but I can't read it. It's not in English. So I start going through, and then I'm telling you, there were quite a few articles that were coming up that were not in English. But thanks to the magic of Google, I'm able to bring these to you right now. Yeah, Google Translate, man. They translated the whole goddamn article, and I was really disappointed. I was so disappointed. Like, I wanted to take my PC and toss it out the window. Because it's one thing if the rubber dickers, and those of you who are new, it's people who promote hoaxes, bad UFO, I don't know, juju, call it whatever you want. These are the bad guys of ufology. But whenever I see articles about these individuals, it drives me insane, drives me crazy. But to see it happening in another country, the same rubber dickers that we deal with here, for their nonsense to be picked up in other countries that may or may not have a good perspective on this topic. I mean, really, they might be lost as fuck. They might be worshiping little green men as gods, as deities. And then you have some crazy-ass fucker coming on and writing all kind of crazy shit, and they take it to heart. That is the issue that I have with this particular situation we're going to talk about in the first 2 articles. Very last thing before we get into the articles themselves. I promised about 2 weeks ago that Green Man's musical group that I was going to have the rest of their songs on here. But, I had internet issues, and then I had viral issues, and then mommy issues, and it was really fucked up. Like, the last maybe 3 weeks or so has been Hellraiser. Like, I was walking around like the pinhead guy was following me, just fucking up my life. But I think I'm slightly recovered. Well, only like maybe 50%, I guess. I do have internet, so that's good. But we're going to play the first track, and then we're going to get into that craziness. But the next 3 tracks, these are dedicated to Green Man and his crew. Honestly, how do you follow all that talent? I have no idea. It's like when people win awards and you have like someone you idolize introduce you as the winner, you know, like it happens in Oscars, and you're like, how do you follow that? That's way too much talent on one song. It's crazy. Well, you got two more of those to listen to. So here's the first one, and here's the title in English, because it wasn't in English. As a matter of fact, I want to say that this came from Jakarta, Indonesia. Yeah, you hear bugs in the background? Indonesia? He's snoring at you. He's not happy about it. He's got some bones to pick with you. Yeah, you tell him, Bugs. UFO experts claim there are reptile alien sightings in NASA photo. And here's you listen. It is without a doubt, that there is only one person that has this kind of rubber dickery in the U.S. There is only one person that is always, for some reason, always referred to as an expert on UFOs. And to see this out of Indonesia, this is a public service announcement. Indonesia, stop fucking around. No, don't do it. No, please. He is not your ufology god. You've got to release him. And you probably have not seen the picture of him. But for all of you in UFO Buster Radio land, look at the image for this episode and you will see the squinty-eyed mug of Scottsy Waring. Or as many of us, like myself, like to call him Pareidolia Pete. Pareidolia Pete is, he is spreading the word. I have no idea how this is happening. I mean, he's like a virus. He's a fucking virus. He's Pareidolia Pete 20. Yeah. He's his own fucking virus. He's reached Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done nothing to stop this virus at all. He is running amok like crazy. And unfortunately, people are staying home worldwide, and so they're reading some of this bull hockey. Yeah, from Jakarta. Let me go back to that. People who claim to be UFO experts say there are alien sightings in the form of reptiles. Reptiles, I kind of had an accent on there. Reptiles on planet Mars. Based on his statement, these reptiles live together in harmony like ebony and ivory. Ad lib. With an alien race that lives there. Mars is fucking crowded as hell. I don't know why anyone wants to even go there. I can't imagine. It's probably like highly polluted. All kinds of cars, reptilians and grays, Nordics. He got those guys there too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Quoted from the IBT Times. So the IBT Times is spreading shit all around the world. Like, really, the way this reads, the IBT Times needs to shut the fuck up and stop printing all of this crazy Scottsy warring nonsense. It really does. Somebody, we got to take them offline. I don't know. Well, we got to do it somehow. This is just bananas. The claim, again, comes from Scottsy Waring, who was involved in the search for evidence of alien life. Who the fuck involved him? I mean, did he get an official invitation to join the search for alien life? You see this? Like, they wrote this like somebody officially asked Scottsy Waring to identify alien life. No, that did not happen. You're wrong. Take a left and exit stage right, because no, that's not the way it went. Nobody asked Scottsy Waring to figure it out. Let me just take a breath. As a matter of fact, I got a little bit of this coconut rum here. Hold on a second. Fantastic. Had to wet my whistle a little bit there because my throat's getting a little dry. So apparently Scottsy Waring published photos on his database website. I think it's called ET Database. And it was taken on Sol 1448 from the Curiosity rover. Incidentally, 1448 translates into September 1st, 2016, 4 years ago. Thanks, Bugs. And apparently he was looking at some photos and he found an object to the left of this particular photo that looked like a reptilian. And there's a quote here from Paradolia Pete that says, "When I saw Sol 1448 Mars, I noticed a strange creature on the hill. The object was like a lizard species, but not as we see it on Earth." Crazy. Full on, unadulterated, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Crazy. That is Paradolia Pete. Indonesia, I am warning you. You should take this article and delete it right now. Do a search. Find wherever the fuck you have Scottsy Waring and delete that shit immediately. Don't let this rubber dickery master screw up your perspective of ufology and UFOs and the search for aliens. Listen, nobody asked him to do this. If someone did, I want to know who the fuck is dumb enough to do that. Paradolia Pete is completely and totally out of control. He is. But if you want to take a look at this particular article, the link is in the description. And unless you're fucking from Indonesia, you better hit Google Translator so you can get it in English. But it's a sad state of affairs. Old Tyler Locknerd done disappeared. He packed it up, he left. He'd rather hang out with some hookers and some pimps and drug dealers than to continue to report on UFOs. I guess he had a lot more fun doing the other stuff, but still, he gave over the throne. He gave the throne over to Paradolia Pete, and Paradolia Pete is running with it. He's going international, and we have to suffer through it. And the poor people in Indonesia, they're getting mind-fucked by this guy. Sad to say, but hopefully, if you're listening from Jakarta, from Indonesia, I just put a little bit of common sense into your nodules, in between the neurons within your brain. Please stop it. Stop him before he takes over your families and your children and have them looking at old ass fucking photos looking for creatures that don't even exist. Got it? Got it. Good.
never stopping. So move back when we're bringing them up. The cops definitely the one that you want to have on your side, but nobody knows you. But this shit won't sit for long, so move back and let it get on to. Dope, yes, sweat, blood, and tears. My members on the surge, but to answer your ears. So we give it up while we're breaking it up. One choice, one vibe, and we always try. So we get it, got it, good, no doubt. Then maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. Then maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go.
Guess who's back? Nobody we never been about. We're coming, I'm strong, and it won't be long till it's all spread around the world like a virus. Once you get it, now you pass it, cause the beat is so contagious and you're moving slowly. Don't mind, but you're not a second to top time. You're like Alice, meet Alex, like I said, all depends on whether or not you get it or got it. It's such as take notes. Also being able to put it down like this and drop the beat, the rocks, the beat. When you're moving side to side, better believe you can't deny it. The futile style is real, child. Coming dead straight right up the gate, so hold on. Keep the eyes wide and wide with shit tight and try to believe what you see when you see the real thing. Get it, got it, that's good. That's what we say. Got it, good, no doubt. But maybe I should, so get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. But maybe I should, so get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. Got it, good, no doubt. But then maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. But then maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
Fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and.
Oh my god, I just cracked myself up. I actually was trying to play the Arnold yell, which I associate with Elon Musk, but I got that clip of Arnold fat shaming somebody. I just can't. I really can't. This is what happens when you have to use Google Translate to get UFO news reports. Yeah, you fat shame people. It's so sad. That's completely sad. I don't even remember what movie that's from. It was just on there, just completely crazy, completely nuts. Anyway, the article, which also had to be translated, is from Poland. Yeah, from Poland. And it starts with this. This is what... Now, here's the thing. I want to make sure people understand. This was translated through Google. So some of this might not read the way it should, because this particular Poland article has a lot of fucking attitude in it. Like, really, like, you're stupid type of attitude. You know, I don't know. It might have been, like I said, the translator that did that. I have no idea. So, this is how the article is headlined. This is not a UFO. Starlink satellites over Poland. And I cannot help but to put an accent to it. It just happens. Like, I'm reading it in English, but just because I went through that experience, I have to put an accent. I have to put an accent on it. Apparently, the name of this particular, I don't know, organization is the urania.edu.pl. So I guess it's a educational. We use edu in the States as being an educational website belonging to some kind of institution of higher education. But I don't know what the hell Urania is, but it is what it is. The editorial staff at Urania apparently receives a lot of questions about strange sequences of lights which are moving together in the sky. Yeah. These artificial satellites sent into orbit by SpaceX belonging to Elon Musk. The company plans to send 12,000 and for now launch 360 in 5 series. That's the way it actually reads, So what I'm reading is I'm thinking, fuck. People in Poland give no fucks in these articles. They're like telling people, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Yeah. I mean, come on. Can't you freaking read it? Can you read what it's saying?
Don't fucking scream at me. Where's you the money? Fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat. And
that's what I read. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they're trying to sell to their readers. They're not trying to say it nicely. They're not trying to say, hey, don't worry. It's just a string of lights in the sky that were put up by Elon Musk. No. They're screaming at him. That's what it sounds like. And there is a little quote at the very end. They did like a little PSA in this. And it just goes with the fucking attitude. I'm going to be honest. I like them. They are crazy. Now, they continue to educate the reader because it is from an EDU. It says you can read more about Starlink satellites in our special article or follow the latest news about them. We also recommend the book Rocket Billionaires, which tells, among others, on the activities of Elon Musk. Read a book. They're telling you to go read a fucking book. We ain't got time to write a full article for you fuckers. Go read a book. But I digress. The article continues. Starlink satellites are an interesting view, but they also give rise to serious fears of astronomers and many other people carrying. I'm sorry, I'm reading this fucked up because that's the way it is. Around the world, relating to the view of the starry sky as a common heritage of humanity, which should remain available for future generations. And of course, they're referring to astronomers initially losing their shit because they want the sky to remain the sky. They don't want to see these Starlink satellites all over the place, especially when you're looking at 12,000 satellites. And right now, you barely got 400, and it's causing this big ruckus and concern. So the Polish people are on it. Their EDU people are saying, hey, no, stop sending us. Hey, let me bring you a little closer. Just come closer to me. I wanted to let you know. It's not a fucking UFO. They're in a straight fucking line. Can't you see that? They're in a straight line. There is no accident here. A UFO trying to abduct you and probecast you. No, they wouldn't be just going in a straight line like a train over the sky. They'd be hiding. I don't know if that's what they're trying to tell him. But there was a PSA after this. At the very end, they said, and I quote, Venus is also not a UFO. You guys in Poland, what the fuck is going on over there? And the article continues, by the way, it's worth adding that that the very bright star now visible in the evenings is also not a UFO or a geostationary satellite, but the planet Venus. We also receive a lot of such questions. They sound pretty fucking pissed off. Like, they don't ask us about this shit. Like, we're tired of answering these questions about Musk. And we're tired of talking about Venus. We want to get to whatever the fuck the education is supposed to be about because we're an EDU. That's really the way it came across. I'm sorry. But yeah, apparently in Poland, there isn't a lot of news about Venus getting around. Or Elon Musk for that matter. Like, they caught it by surprise. They got caught by the string of satellites, the Starlink. So that's why they got Starlinked. Hopefully this answers all the questions for them. But these are the kind of stuff that I'm coming across by doing the old Google Translate, which I'm excited about. Because to me, it shows you that if someone in Australia, New Zealand, the US, or in Canada still has questions about Starlink and is still reporting UFOs, well, fuck. Look at how the rest of the world is doing. Look at how the rest of Europe is doing. They have no fucking clue either. They have no idea. And they're still reporting these as UFOs. A string of them just going by their merry way. Blue Chicken says, well, at least they didn't say swamp gas. Probably not. But I'm sure some of them did. They probably mentioned it because they went back into the record books to figure out how the hell could this be. It's bananas. Check out the link in the description. And listen, if you don't believe me that I actually saw these in a different language, check out the link. It'll take you to the original language, and then you can translate and figure that bitch out. Because it's bananas. So the next article we're going to talk about, which is the very last one for tonight, has to do with actually I published a link in the Discord chat that the guys put together, the guys that are usually here in the live chat, like Blue Chicken, all hail him, and Dave, Gooter, and Green Man, of course. And they put together this Discord chat, which the link is in the description if you want to get in there and check it out. But in there, I posted a link that I got from UFO Jane. And it was of course, the live situation that the History Channel was putting on YouTube so that you can watch Skinwalker Ranch for 12 fucking hours. Like, I know, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. You've got nothing better to do. So why not stare like a fucking cat at a window? Why don't you stare at Skinwalker Ranch and see if you find something worth talking about? That really is what the damn link was about. Just stare at that shit and see what happens. Where it turns out that maybe, possibly, if you sat there with toothpicks in your fucking eyes, you might have caught something at Skinwalker Ranch. You might have seen something. That's Bugs. I don't know if you guys can hear Bugs, but he is snoring up a storm back there. You might have seen that the video caught what many are saying is a triangular spacecraft. Yeah. We did an article about 2 weeks ago about the new owner of Skinwalker Ranch and how he wanted to kind of share the goodies. It was rumored that after Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, left Skinwalker Ranch with his NIDS group, after he was done researching, that a lot of the activity died out. That there wasn't like shit materializing. It wasn't UFOs, fucking spirits, things coming interdimensional gateways, 3D apparitions. Shit like that was just not happening. But the new owner says, yeah, stuff like that's happening. And so there is a series that's coming up by the History Channel, and the History Channel say, hey, let's build some publicity. Let's open up a YouTube channel and let's do it live. Let's people get the first-hand look at what goes down at Skinwalker Ranch. Now, it's a chance you take, right? Bugs, really? It's a chance you take, right? Basically, if nothing happens, then are people even going to watch your documentary? Are people even going to want to see what's going on at the current version of Skinwalker Ranch without the Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, and his crew. It turns out that if you pull up the actual video, and you can get it by going to that Discord chat. That's a good way to get it, by the way. Join. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. At 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 20 seconds, there is a triangular-shaped object with green lights that appeared in the frame. Of course, there was also like a chat going on, so many people in the chat were saying that possibly what the lens was carrying might have been what it could have been showing was a reflection from some of the security that was around the facility at the time. But many are saying that what we saw at 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 20 seconds was a triangular UFO that made its appearance, as it is fabled, at Skinwalker Ranch. I personally did not stay under 12 hours. I barely stayed under like 15 fucking minutes. Because, Skinwalker Ranch is a huge-ass ranch. Many, many, many acres. And it wasn't like we were looking at the entire place. No, we weren't. It was stuck in one spot from what I saw. It might have changed later on. I have no idea. But the fact is that, to me, it wasn't alluring enough, especially not to sit there for 12 fucking hours. I got shit to do. I might be, in a pandemic shutdown, but fuck, I'm not going to sit in front of the TV that long. That's bananas. I don't want to get hemorrhoids, like freaking COVID-19 hemorrhoids. That's going to be the next thing that's going to come out after this virus goes through. The next thing, we got to handle up on the hemorrhoids you get from sitting around because you can't do shit. Anyway, so that's the deal. So people are looking at this video and trying to figure out what the hell happened. Like I said, some of the people felt that it was the security's Jeep, the lights on it, that was causing this. And many people are still going back, looking through the video, trying to figure out if there was any other paranormal activity that they can point out to the folks that are interested in Skinwalker Ranch as it is today. Some of the things that were reported back in the day, and those of you who are very familiar with the story know that there was paranormal activity, cattle mutilations, manifestation of creatures and aliens and UFOs, oh my. And also some of the scientists reported seeing three-dimensional images or actual physical apparitions or things that showed up in front of them, three-dimensional shapes. Fucking crazy as hell. It's what it is. And when you have someone that wears a pocket protector that's telling you shit just appearing out of midair, yeah, that the motherfucker is like E.F. Hutton. You gotta listen. You've gotta listen. Lastly, at 9 hours, 45 minutes, and 15 seconds, you can actually pull up the video and you may or may not see a meteor going across the sky in that live broadcast. Either way, the pandemic is causing some fucking craziness. It really is, but you've got to check that out. Just the 2 time frames. Nothing else really. Who gives a fuck? You're looking at a fucking ranch in the middle of nowhere. Nobody wants to see that shit. Really, this new owner needs to open up the ranch to people. And listen, he could charge a nice cha-ching for it. Charge people a couple thousands to stay there a whole fucking weekend and do their own research. Let us go in, the blue-collar person. Let us spend a little bit of money and stay there and really see what the hell is going on. We're tired of hearing stories. We're tired of hearing all these stories from Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, and all these other fuckers who go in there and try to sell us a bag of nonsense. I want to go in there myself. I want to see it. I want to see it to believe it. That is the last article. Check out the link in the description. And that one's actually in English, so you don't have to worry about it. No Google Translator on that one. But here's the one thing that I want to talk about just before we end this at the 44-minute mark. I was recently, thanks to Green Man, I was able to check out a group discussion on YouTube, a forum, if you will, regarding the secret space programs. Oh my God. I really feel like this is one of those topics that either needs to be completely destroyed or vetted in a way that leaves no questions. Secret space programs is the scourge and on the fringe of ufology. Fuck, it's on the fringe of space exploration, really. Because according to them, we've been exploring space for decades on end, not only in our own solar system, but we've gone into deep space. Ask Corey Goode. The funny thing about this is that the main person that was being interviewed was a lady by the name of Elle from the SSP, and she actually was being called out by Corey Goode. You're in a bad fucking place if Corey Goode is calling you a fucking liar. How the hell does that work? That is batshit crazy. Corey Goode, who is in touch with blue avians and spent time killing fuckers on Mars, is calling you a liar. And she gave no bones about it. She gave no fucks, to be honest. She really did. Elle said, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about what I say. I know what my stories are true, and I spent 60 fucking years. The thing is, the lady probably looked like she was 35, but she spent 60 years in the SSP due to time travel. This is the part of ufology that kind of fucks it up for everyone. You know, you take Elle and you take Scott C. Waring and Tyler Lochner and all these guys, you put them all together, and you have a whole world of shit. And that's what ufology looks like. Looks like a turd on fire inside of a bag that we need to stomp out. That's just the way I see it. I don't know. Agreement says she looked older than that, but you know. I mean, she was dealing with people that had medical advances 200 years in the future. I feel like maybe she had some work done and then came back to show it off with her crazy ass fucking hair. I'm not trying to put her down, but I'm sure somewhere behind her there was a nurse and someone with a few needles waiting for her to get done with her interview to get her to relax, bring her back down to earthly concerns. This is the end of the podcast. UFO Buster Radio. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate Green supplying those tracks. They are amazing. Like I said, lots of talents out there. A lot of people that need to be recognized for that. And that particular group is one of them. Thank you all for listening. It's about time for me to check out and finish my coconut rum because, geez, it's starting to get warm in here. Ciao.